Yes, people, big up to every single one of you. Man United 2, Everton 1, 5 minutes to go, plus extra time, FA Cup, third rounds. It's been an exciting game, but yeah, as usually, please make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please smash the like. And yeah, once the game is over, myself and Dalival will be reviewing the game. So yeah, Dalival, 87 minutes now, corner for Man United, and it's been a tough game. Yeah, of course, Man United with the most chances, but it's been a tough game for Man United. It hasn't been that easy game.
I mean, De Gea should have saved the first goal. I don't know. He bottled that, De Gea.
Oh yeah, De Gea. I just thought De Gea actually tweet half time, and I said De Gea tried to keep Lampard job alive.
I mean,
Onana just got booked for a nasty challenge.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
Wow, that is dirty. What a nasty challenge on Martinez, my boy.
I'm ahead, so I'm not gonna say 2-2 or no. So I'm just gonna watch it. But I'm ahead of you, so I'm not gonna jinx anything.
Yeah, you're probably ahead about a few seconds of me. I don't know why people. It always seems to be like, because I always, every match review I do, I always like to come like for the last 5-10 minutes of the game, and everyone seems to always be like at least 10 to 20 seconds ahead of me. But anyways, free kick for Man United now. Big up watching this. Vamos, 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 people, as usually. Vamos. And yeah, that was a nasty tackle.
Yeah, that's a yellow card. That was a yellow card. Here we go. It's a dangerous free kick. United made this harder for themselves than it should be.
Yeah, they did. And we've got Millie on a live chat. Big up to you, Millie.
Big up,
Saying Everton. She's going like this.
Oh, that was close.
Big up to Millie. Bruno Fernandes free kick. No, that was Rashford free kick. Woo! Rashford is having a very, very good game. Big up to Millie.
Big up, Millie.
Rashford clearly was the Man United player that made the difference today. But by the way, remember we will be reviewing the game straight after. Pickford
corner the corner, Manchester United corner, guys.
Yeah, corner. Vamos. Big up, Millie.
I mean, I'm shocking Everton as well. I don't know how they've done this. They've made it tight for United. I don't know how.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see what's going to happen from the corner.
Here we go. Crosses it in. Not a great delivery. Fred. Yeah. It's cleared. Damn. Sure. Get it. Come on. Oh.
Nah, no chance. I'm sorry. What's she saying? I'm sorry. Where has Rashford been hiding all this time?
Ten Hag has transformed him. Ten Hag has just made him some next level beast, man.
Yeah. No, to be honest, I always thought Rashford was a good player, but he always had the finish problem. He used to be terrible at finish.
But I knew he would turn good. I didn't think him this good. Like, he's a finisher now.
I mean, he's good. He got a pace, and he has the power as well. He's a good player. He's still young as well.
6 minutes into time, guys. 6 minutes. So
big up to everyone who's watching this. Keep smashing the likes. Vamos, people.
More great. Oh, no.
Can you see Everton equalise?
I mean, they're creating half chances.
Great in the box now. Yeah, that was easy. Couldn't have done it better.
When you done it by City, you never know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but I swear that Everton goal, what was De Gea doing in there, honestly?
If it wasn't for that mistake, Everton, I think, we're demolishing Everton right now. But he hasn't played like this in 5 years. I agree.
Let's see if Everton's going to take the risk now. And let's see. Everton is attacking now. Everton is on it now. Come on. It would be amazing to see Everton equalise in the last minute. That would have taken him into second leg, into second game. Sorry, second game.
Millie says he hasn't played like this in 5 years. I won't say that bad. He hasn't been bad. It's just we've seen a clinical Rashford now. I knew he was good. It was just no. De Gea, I know that's laughable. Onto the ball, that is laughable. How did he not save that?
Onto the ball says,
De Gea.
Bombas, big up to you, my man. And he says De Gea, well, dead Gea for that Everton goal. I know
No.
that was poor, wasn't
It's
it?
in. Oh, come on! Is that corner? Corner? Is that corner?
Wow, it's
It's
probably going to be a corner again.
I think it's a goal kick. It's a given goal kick.
Goal kick, yeah. It would just be amazing to see Everton equalise in the last minute, taking, the third run into replay match in a second game. That would have been amazing.
Park.
That should have been a corner,
Yeah, but then
that's definitely should have been a corner because McTominay, he was the last one to touch the ball. Poor ref.
But then again, that was a hard angle. That was a hard angle to tell.
Big up to everyone who's watching. Okay. Keep smashing the like. Let's all hope that Everton's going to equalise this. Come on, Everton.
I mean, and United fans in the chat. I mean, there is.
Come on, 3 minutes to go.
Everton, I believe. Why am I even saying
Billy's
Everton?
Laughing. Come on, Everton.
Oh, Rashford's in. Rashford's in. Rashford. Oh, it's good tackle. Good tackle.
Very, very good tackle that was.
I don't know. I don't support any of these teams. They're both not rivals. So
but the thing is, it's 2 minutes left. Sorry, about 2.5 minutes left. Man United has a corner. They're gonna waste at least another 30 seconds, 35 seconds, and I just cannot see Everton getting back to this. It's like Everton hasn't got enough power.
I think Everton have one more chance, but they're gonna have a half chance. It's not gonna be it. Oh, they want another corner.
The thing is with Everton, one chance they make into a half chance and then always seems to miss. That's the problem with Everton.
I mean, Lampard out potentially. I mean, is
Lampard going to keep his job? Let's see. Let's talk about once the game is over. Let's wait and see.
You never know. Everton still do it. There's 3 minutes, guys. That's still.
All right, big up to 7 people watching us right now. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the likes, people, and the subscribe.
And subscribe if you're new. If you're new. Oh, header that? Is it gonna header that? Bruno. Oh, that's awful from Bruno. That is awful.
Bruno had a very, very bad game.
Millie says
Bruno this season. Bruno had a really bad game. Eriksen had a really bad game.
Yeah.
Casemiro had a really bad game.
I mean, they can have this game though off because
I'm basically reviewing the game already. Now I don't want to. I will straight after. Keep smashing the likes, people.
I agree with Millie. Calvert-Lewin's goal was offside. Yeah, it was offside.
Yeah, it was offside. Unfortunately, when I saw the reply, I was like, come on, I was like, that's definitely going to be offside for sure.
Millie says United fans are the worst. I actually agree.
7 people watching us right now.
Oh, Garnacho.
Smash it. Smash it.
Smash that penalty.
Yeah,
penalty to Manchester United. Penalty.
That's definitely a penalty. Come on.
It's over, guys. I think United are going to win this.
Well, the ref gave anyway, so I doubt the VAR is going to disallow that.
Guys, it's going to be possibly 3-1 United. Penalty.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's a penalty.
I really doubt.
I don't know.
Right, let's see the replay better.
I don't think that's a penalty, but it's gonna be a penalty.
Definitely touch him. If you actually see, he's.
Yeah, then I see that hold. I mean,
it's a tough
50-50.
one, isn't it?
50-50. I think it's not.
His arm on him.
Is it gonna be given
as well?
It's given. It's probably gonna be. It's given now. So. Nice Rashford versus Pickford.
I don't think they will disallow it.
Yeah, because it's one of the scenarios where if they don't give it, they don't give it. If they
I don't think they will disallow it. That's for sure.
Here we go. Rashford can seal this FA Cup, even though they are.
He scored. I'm ahead of you already.
Oh,
he scored.
It doesn't matter.
Rashford.
It doesn't even matter anymore. They're through anyways.
Definitely Rashford.
Rashford, man, he's too good this season. He's turned into the beast.
He's been really, really good this season.
Yeah, but it's probably gonna be game over now, probably.
Come on, people, keep smashing the likes. Only 3 likes. What's going on, people?
It's a good
Come on,
penalty, I'm not gonna
smashing the
lie, it's a
likes,
cheeky one.
people. Keep smashing the like. Well, I need to
Yeah.
change this right now because it's already.
Millie says Manchester United. Well, they have been. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. And they've been
What?
scoring goals a lot.
Big up to everyone. 7 people that is watching this. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the likes, people. Let's
Yep.
go. Let's do it.
Just
Let's
blow
let's
full time,
do it.
ref
Let's
man.
do it.
It's finished.
Wow, the
Probably
game
gonna be.
is over now. Anyway, it's finished now.
As it ends,
Third
Manchester
place.
United
And
3.
big up to everyone. Rashford. Did you see how he took the penalty? Easy.
Yeah.
That's confidence. That's a player with a lot of
If that was
confidence.
the Rashford, old Rashford, he misses that.
That was a player with a lot of confidence. But yes, full time, Man United 3, Everton 1. You know, third run of FA Cup.
So
Big
they're
up to every
through. The
single one of
first
you.
English team to go
And
through.
let me just quickly go in a live chat.
Let's
I've
see what
changed my title, by the way. If someone asks, and the thumbnail as well, I've changed already. Don't worry about it. Keep smashing the like. Do the usually stuff. You know, you guys know what to do. Come on, let's do this. Right. Yes. Big up to everyone that's watching this. We're gonna do the match review. Says nice car. Yeah, good penalty from Rashford. I thought that was a tough one. You know,
Yeah.
it was a tough call. He did. He had his arm on him.
I don't think it was a penalty, but then it's given. So
Yeah, I
think-
mean, there's nothing to do. You know, the VAR didn't even got involved, so there's no point. So yeah, Millie says, onto the ball, your stream is on fire. Yes, of course. Smash the subscribe onto the ball series worse than Tottenham.
Oh, he's talking about the fans. The fans. United
Millie
fans. Are good.
says United fans are
Yeah, I
worse.
agree. I agree with that.
No, I mean, I don't know. It's hard.
I mean,
I'm not.
the thing is, I think Liverpool fans hate them. Obviously, we're rivals, but neutrals don't hate them. That's what I know.
So Millie saying you got your haircut. I think that's what she's trying to say.
I
Alice,
think she's mine. Yeah, I did get a haircut like 3 days ago. So yeah.
you look like what? I think she says Ali's haircut. You look like, you know, your haircut looks like Ali or something like that.
I don't know. I was talking about haircut, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, big up to everyone who's watching these. 6 people. Keep smashing the likes. Big up to you, Football Central. Big up to onto the ball as well. He knew the penalty first and as. It probably was like 20
Yeah,
seconds.
I saw that in the chat. I was hoping for Everton, but then it was for United.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's start this. Let's review the game. We've got 7 watching right now. Keep smashing the likes, really appreciate, and the subscribe if you're new. But yeah, Dalival, my man. Man United 3, Everton 1. What did you make of the game today? You know, good stuff from Man United.
Yeah, and then De Gea just made a silly mistake to cause some drama. But I think Everton were good. I mean, it was a good response to the performance versus Brighton. But obviously Everton are in the mess right now, and I did not expect them to win the game, even at 1-1. I still had a feeling United would win this game, even if Everton had the momentum. I think United had too much quality off the bench to win this game. I think Rashford looks good. Obviously, I hate to say that. United look good at the moment. It's just annoyingly. But you got to give him Ten Hag praise. He sorted the squad out. He's got the momentum with them. They could get top 4, who I never considered there. But you have to give credit to Ten Hag, who's got the squad right. He's got the team formation perfect. But yeah, I don't think it was a penalty, but it's just given. So
I mean, when you made the first half, you said that, you know, that I for the first 10 to 15 minutes, right? Man United looked good. You know, they score. They had a few chances as well. But then that, you know, 10, 15 minutes, because I think Everton first goal come around the 40, 15 minutes. That was a big, massive mistake from De Gea. De Gea, yeah. De Gea basically gave them some hopes, you know, kept Everton alive, because in that first 15 minutes, just before Everton score, I had the feeling if Man United would probably go on 2-0 up, Man United would probably have, you know, destroyed Everton today. But yeah, that 1-1 basically gave Everton confidence, keep them in the game. And Man United, yes, Man United in the first half was a team, yeah, of course, with the most
Mm,
possession, the most chances. Man United had, after Everton goal, Man United had 2 or 3 chances. I'm still talking about first half, right?
yeah.
And it wasn't that Man United we've seen at times this season dominating with the possession, controlling the game like they want to, like Tehan wants to have the ball, and it wasn't because. I thought Casemiro has been absolutely unbelievable good for Man United, but Casemiro was nowhere to be seen. He was poor, very poor. And
Maybe it was
also
just a
Bruno
one-off. I
Fernandes, one
think.
second, one second.
Oh,
Also Bruno Fernandes as well. Bruno Fernandes got booked, and he deserved to go booked. That was a nasty tackle, and I think that was on Onana, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
yes, I thought Bruno Fernandes deserves to get booked. Bruno Fernandes was nowhere to seen as well today. That Man United midfield today, I just had a feeling today through the whole game that it wasn't working. It was very, very poor. I haven't seen. This is probably the poorest performance. Taken apart from the beginning of the season, that Man United was just a mess. Was shocking. You know,
The first two games off, or then the third game they beat us, and then they got
I
the
mean, the
confidence.
first 4 or 5 games, even the games they was winning, they wasn't even playing well. Even the games they beat, Liverpool and stuff, they wasn't playing well. They winning games, yeah, but I wasn't playing well. But then, you know, in that first half, it was shocking. Man United, they did create the most chances and good chances. They could have gone 2-1 up in the first half, but it wasn't a Man United that we've seen recently. The Man
Yeah,
United's been, with like what 6, 7 wins in a row now, and it's not the Man United we've seen. And and that first half, very very poor. And I thought, you know what, I thought Hand was going to make some changes at halftime, seeing that midfield wasn't working, and. But yeah, first half was basically it. Yeah. So what did you make it in a first half? What did you make at Man United today? The connection today, Man United between the back line with the middle line and even that the midfield with Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro wasn't working. I don't. Man United could not damage. Man United. The only way Man United was damaged at Everton was basically from the crosses from
yeah.
the right side and the left side. Trying to break through the right and through the left. Very,
I
very
mean,
poor. I thought Man United was
yeah.
like,
I
you
think
know,
like um United, I'm not too concerned for them because they have so many good performances that this game probably was just a not training session, but it was just a normal game where they were just bad today. But they're gonna have better games coming up. I know that, which hurts. But um, I agree with Millie. I think Tottenham are not that great at the moment. They can beat Tottenham. I think they'll get above Tottenham this season. Um, but I think it was just a one-off for Casemiro and the whole midfield. But I think United weren't great today, but they got the win. That's the most important thing about football is to getting the win. So
yeah, very, very true.
yeah,
And then in the second half, right? You saw second half, you saw an Everton. I mean, I always say this, right? I think one of the biggest problem at Everton at the minute is Lampard, and the reason I say that is Lampard is because Lampard tactic, he has proved, he have shown he's very poor, right? He doesn't know what he's doing, right? He was winning that midfield, and right, that battle in the midfield, and he was winning in that first half.
yeah,
And I know that you look at Everton squad, you don't really add too much, but then you had a few players in the bench you could have brought on, right? But then it's the feeling that you have when you see Lampard, right? He knew he was winning the battle. Clearly, he was winning that battle in the midfields against Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, or Eriksen. He did not make any changes, right? And then second half, yeah, Man United was the better team, had the most possession, but it's just the fact that seeing Lampard not react, right, and seeing the attitude of Everton in the second half, like tactic, that was good in the first half, but then in the second half, that's when you need the changes. That's when you need to have the managers like to step in, and then. Like I always said, I just think Lampard is very, very poor. Then Man United got a
Liverpool Central.
goal back, right? They got a goal back when the game was a little bit tight. Like I said, Man United still with the most possession, but it wasn't that Man United that was dominating, right? It was basically straight after
I
7
mean,
minutes in the
I'm
second
looking
half.
at United. I just want to say this before. Could United be in the title race in the Premier? Because I'm looking, they're only 1 point behind City, 5 points behind Arsenal, and they signed in January. they continue like this, even they're in the title race.
Yeah, I mean, with Man United, it's like I don't think they will be in a title race unless we're seeing, dramatically, massively
I mean,
Arsenal
they got
and
Man City
City.
in the Premier League next, so that's gonna be a massive game.
Oh yeah,
To
it's
watch.
going to be massive. If they, let's say, if they beat Manchester City, but I've got my doubts about Man United. I think now they will most likely finish top four. They're
Yeah,
in a good place at the minute. They're playing, they're playing well. Apart from today, I didn't think that's just me. I didn't think it was a very good performance from Man United. I thought it was an average performance. A
yeah,
lot poor performance from the players that I've mentioned already. Apart from Rashford, like I said, 7 minutes, 8 minutes into the second half, we saw Rashford, on the left. I know that was a non-goal from Cody, but
yeah,
all the work is in there, right? Once again, Rashford movements on the ball, and his pace as well. And yeah, for me, you guys know I always like to give my man of the match at the end of each match review that I do, live reactions. And yeah, that's for sure. My man of the match is going to go to Rashford,
yeah.
right? Basically had two assists and a goal. I know it was a penalty, an own goal, then an assist, but yeah, he was the only player that from Man United that I saw today made the difference. We saw Antonio today. Antonio scored, but he did not have a good game as well. Like this is what I'm trying to say. There was a lot bad performance from Man United players today. I've seen so much better in
Yeah.
this season, and yeah, like I said, in that second half, you could tell, yeah, Everton, at the end they had a chance. They did score one goal disallowed, but that goal that was disallowed, De Gea once again, what is he doing? He's in there, on his left
They
post.
had a howler today. Yeah, a howler
That
today.
ball should have been his. But anyways, yes, it wasn't a good game overall from Man United. But they're facing a poor Everton. Everton is so hard to know with Everton. Everton is ups and downs. Look, like I said, Everton went and drew away to Manchester City and got smashed at home by Brighton for 1, right? But the biggest problem with Everton that I keep saying this season is Lampard, right? When he needs to react, yeah, the most like when the team needs, he don't know how to react. And he is very, very poor tactic. And like I've mentioned, we saw in the second half because from the game that Man United was having, I had the feeling that if Everton would have made the right changes, if Lampard would step in, I thought Everton could get a draw because, like I said, a lot of Man United players wasn't performing tonight. That midfield, Everton was winning that battle in the midfield, and yes. What did you make in the first half? And then, yeah, like I said, at the end, that penalty for me, that was a bit tough one. I thought
Yeah.
the VAR should have got involved on that, and probably that would have been disallowed. Yes, he got his left arm on Granacho. And the Everton defender left foot as well did touch, but it's so quick and the impact of it, it's hard. So I wouldn't give. That's me.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you make in the
Uh,
second half?
I mean, second half. I mean, the penalty thing. I don't think it would have mattered anyways. Even if Everton did, even if it was disallowed, I think United would still would have won. But I think United were improved the second half. They were better. I mean, they weren't much better, but they got the win. So it's not really. I think United fans won't be concerned. It's maybe just a one-off where they underestimate Everton, and they just. I think it was on De Gea tonight. Just if De Gea didn't make that mistake, I think United would have been more comforted. They would have been more comfortable. So yeah, I think I wouldn't be too concerned. But I think the performance today was poor. But like I said, a win's a win. Like you'll take any win of the week, you take a win. So
Oh yeah, that's for sure. But did you had a feeling that if Lampard, he would step in, tactic, make the right changes as well? Because I didn't think he made the right changes. Did you had a feeling that Everton could have grabbed a draw and take the third round of FA Cup into a replay
I
match?
mean, I think once it was 2-1 United, I thought it was over. And then when they scored, I actually believed, but then I found out it was offside. Then I just gave up from then. because I didn't think Everton had the manager to just do the tactical change, and that's why Frank Lampard has to go, in my opinion. But like, who do you get? That's the problem, and that you're not going to get much time to figure out who you want to get. So the board are in a tough situation. Do you sack Lampard and you have to rush for a manager, or do you want to keep Frank until January, see where you guys are? I mean, until February, and we'll see where you
Yeah.
guys are.
But the thing is with Lampard, right? We know how poor is Lampard, and I keep saying, Everton should have been, sacking Lampard since last season,
Yeah.
and I've been begging since the beginning of the season. I don't know how this guy still got a job. Yes, they've been grabbing a few surprises, few winnings, a few draws, like they did against Liverpool this season, like they did against Manchester City as well. But come on. Let's be honest in here. Lampard is very, very, very poor. When the team needs him the most today, tactic, to try and make a change in that second half, to try and get at least to equalize the game, take the game into a replay match. And he was poor. Do you know what? Look, Man United scored a second goal. That was the non-goal straight in the second half after 6-7 minutes. And he did not make, okay, Everton first change of the game come in the second half, just before Man United scored, right? That was a very bad luck moment for Everton. Alex Iwobi, he was having a good game. He got injured, right? A nasty tackle by Malaysia. Very, very nasty. I don't really think he meant to, but I call that as a nasty tackle. And then
Yeah.
straight on goal, right? That change that Everton made, for me, does not count because, he had to make, right? And I wish Alexis Iwobi all the best. I just hope he gets recovered soon.
It
But,
looks bad. It looks bad.
Lampard, like Man United was winning 2-1, yeah, and Lampard did not make his first change until the 70th. I mean, he is poor, shocking poor tactic. Like I said, Man United today, they did not have a good performance. Too many poor performances from a lot of Man United players today. And then you had on the other side, yeah, it wasn't a great performance by Everton, but, Lampard should have stepped in, I know he may, not given the FA Cup, the priority is to stay up this season once again, like they did last
Yeah,
season.
but it was their full team. They clearly wanted to win. It was their full team pretty much that started. So I think they want the Premier League FC to survive, but I think he took it seriously this game because he started his full 11. That was his full 11.
Yeah, he did. He started good 11. He's the same with Man United, Man
Yeah.
United start their best 11, apart from, a few players like Lisandro Martinez will easily get back in the team very soon and stuff. But, come on. I mean, what did you make of Lampard, right? I know, he was at Derby before, he was at Chelsea before and stuff. Everton now, second season at Everton. What do you make of Lampard? After seeing, because I'm not changing my mind. I thought he was very, very poor today.
I mean, Lampard, obviously, we've seen last season where I think Everton fans expected not to be in a relegation fight. He got them in a relegation fight and he got them out, which may seem good, but on the other side, he put them in there, which I blame him for the relegation thing, what they caused. But Lampard, obviously, you never know. They could have got a draw if they just all they had to do was just don't. Once it was 2-1, go. I would bring on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Then he brought him on 5 minutes after. I think he should.
No. Lampard brought in, a striker to replace a striker. There was 2-1 now, and he only did that. He only did that nearly 20 minutes after Man United scored.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because you should have brought off like a midfielder and then go all out because you're not fighting for it. I don't think they're going for the FA Cup. So what do you have to lose? Nothing. Just go all out, try something new, and then bang, you could go to replay at Goodison Park. But Lampard is not that type of manager that's like a Pep or Klopp where they just bring that attacking substitution on. That's the difference between Lampard and quality managers. Like, I think Lampard.
Dalival, you're making a very, very good point there. When you trying to compare, the difference between Lampard when it comes to tactic managers like, Klopp and Pep Guardiola. But then, the problem is with Lampard, he keeps doing this all the time, right? He keeps messing up all the time. Yes, FA Cup, it might not be their priority. Of course, they will give the priority to stay up, but come on, the game wasn't. It wasn't that very hard game for Everton today, and I had the feeling, like I said, I've mentioned this, and I'm going to mention again. I thought Everton could have get something from it. If they have a better manager with brain, I thought Everton could have get something from this game. That's for sure. At least you're not taking this game into a replay match for the second game. And also, big up to everyone who's watching this. We've got 16 people right now. Smashing the likes. New to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Really appreciate the support. And also, my man, let me just go in the live chat. I've got a few comments in here. Big up to everyone in the live chat. And let me know what was your thoughts about the game today. Man United 3, Everton 1. And who was your man of the match? Is Lampard, the right man to keep Everton alive? I mean, just let me know what was your thoughts. Can Man United... Look, I haven't forgot, because I had that in my mind to mention to everyone. Let's not forget that Man United is still in every competition this season, right? They still can win everything this season. How crazy it is, right?
I mean, I think they could win the Carabao Cup.
I don't think they will win everything, but who knows? Football, anything can happen. It's just crazy.
They're going to win a trophy. They are going to win a trophy this season. I think maybe the Carabao Cup, because City go out. You only have City and Newcastle. Those two are the only tough ones. I think they beat Newcastle and I think that City game's the biggest test. I think that'll be the final. Man City and Man United final in the Carabao Cup.
Are you talking about the Carabao Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, but by the way, like I've mentioned, Man United still in all competitions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. You saw at the beginning of the season, Man United was struggle to sign players, right? Because there wasn't in the Champions League. A lot of players did not want to sign for Man United. They hadn't come along. He had a lot of problems in the changing room. Let's mention the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, and then he had a very, very, a poor start of the season. Then mentally, he got a team back, right? He got a team back. He's getting everyone back to their fitness and to their best, like players like Casemiro.
Yeah, their signings. I just want to say their signings was good as well, because Casemiro, everyone said he was going to be a bad signing. Anthony, Anthony as well, who's 100 mil mark. I don't really look at the price these days. The fans do, but he's been living up, not to 100 mil, but he's been doing well. I think the thing is, Casemiro is getting so much hit at the start of the season with United paying 50 million. It's got worth it. It's really worth it.
When I said that Man United was at the beginning in a summer transfer, Man United was struggle to sign players, right? They won players like Frank de Jong, they could just sign. Then at the end of their summer transfer was actually good. Bringing in the like Lisandro Martinez is absolutely a beast. What a defender that guy is, right? Like you mentioned, Antonio, Casemiro as well. Come on, those people still has to doubt about Casemiro quality. A player who won, multi-champion league with Real Madrid. A player that proved, how good he was at Madrid at a high level for so many years. Even when he was on at Porto as well on loan, he was an absolutely beast. What a player Casemiro is, And yes, like I said, at the beginning of the season was tough for Man United, but we knew that, with time, because I always say this, right? I always say that Tihan, for me, is a good football manager. I do like his style of football, and of course he's going to take time. And I thought Tihan... And I'm pretty sure that Tehan has the toughest job of his life. That's for sure. A bigger club like Man United and all the problems that Tehan had in a changing room when he first came in, with the Cristiano Ronaldo situation as well, with the Glazers, and everything's going around the club. And if you look Man United right now, because Man United is in all the competitions, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, Man United is crazy to think, but Man United can still win, everything this season. And I do believe now more than ever, I've mentioned this a few weeks ago, that Man United will finish top 4. And I do believe that Man United can win a trophy, right? They will be playing Barcelona in the Europa League. We haven't been we haven't been good this
I
season.
mean, yeah.
We've been
I think
ups and
you
downs.
rely on Lewandowski too much. I think if you prevent Lewandowski, you'll be fine.
It's not about rely on Lewandowski too much. It's about on the big games, on the most important games, we cannot create spaces to find Lewandowski. Trust me, believe me, my man. But look, we got to give some thoughts again about Tehan as well. Man United's been in all competitions still, but let me go through in the live chat because I was meant to go through in the live chat with everyone. And Football Central says, I will hopefully be back on the stream on
Yeah.
like Monday, maybe Sunday. Yes, for sure, my man. You're welcome anytime. I will be doing probably about 3 live reactions on Sunday. Not sure what games. Definitely City, Chelsea, and Atletico Madrid, Barca for La Liga. And yeah, you're always
Yeah,
welcome.
that's on ITV, so I could watch that, which is very good.
Good man. And yeah, there's still so much time this season for Arsenal split up. Same with City, Newcastle United. Yeah, it's true. Do you know what? I like Daleval mentioned, right? He asked me and he asked everyone in the chat, right? Big up to 20 people watching this. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the likes, please. Really, really appreciate if you're new and subscribe. Only takes 3 seconds. Does not cost you anything. Yeah, Daleval mentioned about Man United, right, being in all the competition, still in all the competitions this season, and he believes Man United can win a trophy. I believe they can win a trophy, even if they win a Carabao Cup or even the FA Cup. I think if they get into the top 4, it's going to be an amazing season for Man United. But he asked, "Can you see Man United challenge being in the title race?" Right? I don't think so, but let's not forget, like you've mentioned as well, in a few weeks, right? Man United will be facing in a few weeks now. I'm pretty sure is Man United next Premier League game against Man United is City. Sorry, yeah. And if Man United goes and beats Manchester City, right, and you see an Arsenal dropping points again in the next 2 or 3 games, I mean, it's just going to be a crap.
And they got Spurs as well that weekend, so
It's going to be hell of a season. I know because Arsenal is away to Tottenham. So yeah, I mean, why not? Who knows? I mean,
they're fixed. Their next 2 matter. They got Man City and Arsenal. They're next 2 in the Premier League, which is gonna be if they can win them 2 games. I think there's a discussion for a title race if they can win both of them.
Yeah, I mean, if they beat City, I was about to finish this, right? If they beat City, yeah, and Arsenal drop points against Tottenham, I mean, look, it's just going to be everything. Like I said, it's so hard to predict this season. This season is going to be probably the most crazy season that with so many surprises you ever remember. It's just absolutely mad. But Football Central says, yeah, I've gone through that one. Millie says, keep dreaming, Football Central. And he says, who do you support again? Millie supports Arsenal. She supports the team that is top of the league at the minute. I think he's gone by the next 2.
Yeah.
She's mentioned about Lampard. She does believe that Lampard will be going if he loses the next 2 games. But do you know what? I think Daleval said, he's mentioned already, is about at this stage of the season, you still go halfway through the season, halfway to go, but you get rid of Lampard, right? Who you gonna bring in? You need time for a new manager, right?
And the time distance as well. With the schedules, you can't really have time for. You get 3 days, 5 days rest. That is not enough for a manager to come in quickly.
Yeah, I 100% spawn. That's what I've mentioned yesterday, and I said that because we had a World Cup, basically in the winter, in December, we're gonna see a winter transfer, right? In January. Now the transfer market is gonna be basically the same as we see in the summer. Every team signing players because they will need, it's too many games, too many players got injured and stuff, and yeah, it's just gonna be a season that you cannot predict anything. I keep predicting Tottenham will definitely not finish top 4, but who knows what's going to happen, right? It's just crazy. And so Millie mentioned actually a few names in here, says they should have got Scott Parker, but Scott Parker signed for Club Brugge. He went to...
Yeah, she said it. He's going to Club Brugge, yeah.
Yes, she's man. I just see it now. And... got in here, and Millie says Lampard was a great player. Clues about management. Yeah, very true. Very, very true.
It's like
Yeah,
Gerrard. Like Football Central says here after this comment, same with Gerrard. I know Gerrard and Lampard just they were good players, but it's different being a player and a manager. Well, a manager has to be when you're a manager, you control the team, the tactics. It's just different. It's just different experience with the manager and player. It's
oh
just
yeah, 100%, my man. Definitely. And yeah, I think, like Football Central, like Millie says, Lampard was a great player, but he's clueless about management, right? And Football Central says the same with Gerrard, right?
yeah.
And
I've seen
Millie
him at
says
Liverpool. He's good, man. I
Steven
watched.
Gerrard was a great player. Yes, there's no doubt. This guy's, Gerrard and Lampard was top midfielders, right? The best of our generations that we've seen. But
Yeah.
as a managers, right, they are very poor tactic. I keep saying this since I opened my YouTube channel, right? You should see last season because I opened my YouTube channel about, I think was 1 month just before the season end last season, so about 7-8 months ago. And one of my first videos was actually basically slagging Lampard off and Steven Gerrard, saying how poor it was, right? And I said, surely these guys will not have a job next season and stuff. Surely these guys, they are so
Yeah.
poor. Not then
I
young.
remember the last season moment where Gerrard just couldn't hang on a 2-0 lead versus City, and that was heartbreak.
Yeah,
Because I believe we could win the league, but then Gerrard had to screw it up. And he had a 2-0 lead as well, which I know it's Man City, but once it was 2-1, I say go super defensive, go Simeone style. I just do something defensive that you can do to prevent City from scoring 2 goals.
yeah. Definitely, but yeah, I keep saying now how bad they are. Tactic, what for you to be, at least a good football manager, you need to understand, about tactics. You need to understand. You need to know how to read the games as the game goes along. Like I've mentioned already, today Lampard once again he was very very poor. He did not react when he should. And yeah, he was very poor. And today I had a feeling that it was a good night to beat Man United, or at least to get a draw, because Man United today was. I'm not going to say they was poor because they win 3-1, but it wasn't good. Like the scoreline is
Yeah,
showing
you
at the
could have
end
got
of
a draw
3-1.
here at least, and then
And
go to Goodison, and then you could beat him at Goodison possibly.
yeah, definitely, my man. And Millie says they could get Big
I
Sam.
mean, he's good for relegation fights. Relegation wise, yes, but for the future, no.
Big Sam. Everyone talks about Big Sam all the time. And Under the Ball says Millie is good, yes, or bad. Nah, Millie said your streams are very, very, very good. Your streams are on fire. I'm pretty sure she enjoy, like we all do, my man. You got very good football knowledge, and yeah, I enjoy watching you guys stream your podcasts and stuff. Football Central says it's right for spawning into City, and like I said, it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. This week we're gonna have FA Cup, right? I expect, did you expect Hand to make more changes than
Yeah, I
they
thought
did?
I think we're going to see the big teams go half strong. Like Liverpool probably
Yeah,
go strong. I think Tottenham. I think they might go half week half strong. Obviously, they're two world class players, Son and Kane, so we know they'll start. I think Man City will go weak because there's no week 11 for Man City. They're that good. Arsenal, I think, will rotate as well because they are an entire race. So I think most of the big six teams are rotating, except for maybe Man City because like I said, they have a big squad, so they have a quality team. So yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of teams rotating this FA Cup, except Manchester United today, which I was shocked. I thought we'll see a much rotated side, but
yeah.
Everton went strong as well. So maybe it's good that when they went strong.
Come on, we're talking about FA Cup, right? FA Cup means a lot to every single English club, right? FA Cup is that kind of competitions where I always say the party of English football is the FA Cup. This is
Yeah.
something that every time I have a chat with my friends, since I was a kid, every time I watch FA Cup, I always say, FA Cup is the party of English football.
Because I think
And
we see shocks in FA Cup, a lot of shocks in FA Cup. Carabao Cup is, I don't want to say it's poor, but it's like you expect the big teams to win and they always win. So FA Cup delivers shocks all the time.
Yeah, but yeah, like I've mentioned, FA Cup is definitely a very very special trophy, and that everyone wants to win. So you wouldn't be surprised that Tehan wants to win. He put a strong side out. Lampard may try to go far in this competition, put a strong side out. But I was surprised for both. Putting a strong lineup just because we've got a long season. A season
Yeah.
that if you can rest players, just do it because you will need it, right? In about 3 to 4 weeks, you will need it. This is why we're going to see a lot of teams going to sign players in January. But yeah, exactly, Boren and Carabao
I
Cup.
wouldn't
Yeah,
go that far. I wouldn't say it's boring. It's just not the same vibe with the FA Cup. Yeah.
yeah. You see what she mentioned, right?
Oh
40
yeah.
times we won, and yeah, and but anyways,
Well,
we
we
got
won it last year. What happened last year, mate? We know what happened last
Liverpool
year.
won last year, and Liverpool can be, the second team like
Yeah, we're not
Arsenal.
winning it. I'm not confident versus Wolves. I'm never confident with my side
Winning
anymore.
twice in a row,
Yeah.
since 2015 that Arsenal did it. And yeah,
Arsenal could win the FA Cup, possible because I think Man United have a chance. Arsenal have a chance. I think Man City always have a chance. I can't see Liverpool, Chelsea, them two having a chance because they're both weak at the moment. Tottenham, they're not winning a trophy this season, so I don't think they're gonna have a chance either.
there's no way Tottenham is going to win a trophy this season. If Tottenham wins a trophy this season, do you know what? I give up. I give up watching football. Anyways, big up to everyone who's watching this. 15 people. Really appreciate. Keep smashing the likes. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Really appreciate the support. And Millie's laughing. She always laugh. She always enjoy the streams. That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
they got Millie. They got
Yeah, and yeah, but like I said with the lineup, just let's quickly share the screen, right? Let me just share the screen quickly. Let's go through the lineup. Big up to everyone, 17 people right now, and really appreciate the support. Let me just share the screen, and also let me know what was your thoughts about the game. And also, we need to give our man of the match. I basically gave my man of the match already.
so yeah, I say Rashford as well. To be fair, as well, because
Yeah,
Rashford is brilliant.
100%, right? And as we was talking about lineups, right? Let me just quickly go with Man
That's
United,
strong.
right?
That is strong, man.
Man United lineup for the game today. Yeah, I mean, like, it's basically, you've got Lisandro Martinez still to get back up
That's
there.
it. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, all you have to play Luke Shaw left back and then bang, play Lissandra, and that's it. You're maybe Rashford at front. Actually, no, Sancho's missing a lot of repression or something.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah,
Sancho at the minute, he come off of social media as well. He's been having, private or
repression. So
mental
like,
problems.
I don't know if Sancho's going to come back to football. I think he will, but it probably won't be anytime soon.
Yes. I also believe so. He's not going to be anytime soon. So
I
yeah,
remember at Dortmund, man. Remember Dortmund? He was so talented. Now it's just
so good.
ruined.
Different
Yeah,
league as well, different league, different pressure, and yeah. Let's check Everton as well. As we've mentioned, Boy actually tried to
yeah.
put a stronger squad out as well for this game, and yeah, look at Everton. That's for sure, probably the
Well,
best
Millie
Everton.
says he's in therapy, Sancho. So yeah, he has some depression stuff going on or something
Yeah,
like that.
he's been through a lot of mental stuff. I wish him the best. I'm not a big fan of Sancho. I think I've mentioned this a lot of times. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Dalival just mentioned about Sancho. Yes, Sancho at Dortmund was good. He looked good, but let's not forget it's a completely different league and different style of football, different club. The pressure of playing for Dortmund. I'm not
And
saying
the fee as well. And the fee was like something like 75 million. Like,
yeah,
especially with Nunes. You've seen Nunes getting baited now, Sancho as well. Because people look at the price these days. Used to, people didn't look at the price. Now it's price. You have to exceed that expectation. And he hasn't delivered, which honestly, I'm in percent, so I don't care. But like, since this therapy is so serious, I wish he comes back. So
oh
I
yeah,
hope.
for sure. I think we all wish. In here is not about being a Man United fan. In here is not about being Everton fan, Arsenal, or whoever you support. In here is being a human being, and in here is wishing, a speed recover, and hopefully he gets back mentally back again. Because we want to see, like I've mentioned, right? I'm not a fan of Sancho. I don't think he's any that good, any that special for worth all that money. And I said this even before he signed for Man United. But of course, I wish him the best. Come on,
Yeah.
it's his life. It's his life at the minute. It's not about football. So yes, and as we mentioned about Everton, probably the best Everton 11 this season. And yeah, like we've mentioned, both teams win for it.
I
That's
mean,
for
I would have
sure.
started DCL tonight, but
Who would
it's
you start to? Who would you start?
DC Dominic Calvert-Lewin over Mope. But obviously, I'm not Frank Lampard, so I would have started Dominic Calvert-Lewin over Mope because I think he would have added something different. But
Yeah,
it's
but
for
the thing is,
Lampard.
with as you can see in here, the players they both had in the bench, right? When you look Everton bench, yeah, Dominic, you have to think Lewis Dominic covers. He hasn't really been fair. He's been having a lot of injuries. He just seems to be a non-fit player, and if he's fair, I guarantee you 100% that he be Everton main player up front. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
when you look at Everton lineup today, it basically has been the lineup that the strongest one. I know Antonio Gordon as well, but Antonio Gordon is still a young player and he will learn. He's a player guy. He can change a game, but he's
Yeah.
not that player that a lot of people in the summer was
But
mentioning.
Garnacho looks talented. Garnacho, he looks good, man.
Yes, true as well. But then when you look at Man United's bench, right, you've mentioned Garnacho who come on and won the penalty for Rashford to score the third goal. Then you got players like I don't even know why is Harry Maguire
I don't
still.
know.
I don't know why Harry Maguire is still a footballer. By the way, in the first place, I don't know why Harry Maguire is still a footballer. This guy, I
Like
don't know how he made into a
80
footballer.
million. 80 million they paid. And now what's
And
happened?
yeah, it's just crazy. But if you actually Man United bench, I'm not fan of Lindelof. I'm not fan, of course, of Maguire. Fred as well. I think Fred is so poor. Some people,
McTominay and Fred are awful. Both of them are awful. McTominay and Fred. They're
Oliver,
both.
what do you make of Fred? Right, and it's funny how Fred gets into Man United, a club like Man United, and he gets into the Brazil squad and he plays as well. Right?
Like, I mean, I think Fred, like, he's decent on his day, but that's on his day. You see, he's not consistent, but he's their other cover midfielder in it. So, like, so I can see him be. I think he's better than McTominay, but they're both bad.
They're
But yeah.
both bad. Absolutely agree. Spot on. That's what I like to hear, my man. You don't have to agree with what I say. I will not kick you out from my channel for sure because you bring in a lot of good football knowledge into my channel. I really appreciate, my
Yeah.
man. But I'm not a fan of Fred and I'm to Tommy. I
I'm
always
not
say
a fan yet. I'm not a fan, but like, if I had to choose between Fred and McTominay, probably Fred because McTominay has a mistake in him. Fred has a banger in him. To be fair.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even have friends, to put my clothes in a washing machine. I wouldn't even trust Fred to throw my clothes in a washing machine.
True.
He's that bad that I wouldn't trust him. Believe me, I'm not actually joking. The guy shouldn't be
I
a
agree. You know,
footballer. And
like
you're gonna see Millie's gonna laugh in a minute. By the way, big up to everyone who's watching. Still 9 people. Really appreciate it.
who did
Smash the
Fred
like.
play? Fred apparently he's asking who did Fred play before Man United. I'm
He
not sure.
played for Staka Donetsk,
Oh yeah, that club. Yeah.
he
And then
played for the team from Ukraine, Staka Donetsk. He was actually okay in there because I remember watching him. He was actually, Fred at Staka Donetsk. He wasn't even like a midfield. He was like more an attacking player, but yeah, he was good. I remember watching him in Brazil as well for Internacional in Brazil. But yeah, definitely. He's then Millie's laughing. She says, "Jock thinks they are." Who did he played before? Yes, Stakar on Edge from
yeah.
Ukraine, and Millie's like, "That's hilarious," and she's laughing. It's true. I just think that Fred is that bad that I wouldn't even
I
trust
have
him.
no idea how he gets in the Brazil squad. Like
I
how?
know.
Like Fabinho, even for bad Fabinho's better than Fred. Like I don't know. Like it's mad.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Maguire, I would even trust Maguire, to be my best mate in my wedding when I get married. Trust me, Maguire would
He's
would
good in
cheat on
England.
me.
He's good in England, but he's terrible in United. I just don't get what the thing is here. He's
Yeah,
good in
no,
England.
yeah, but I said this, right? Hold on, I said this, but you made a good point in there, and that's actually true. I have to admit that Maguire, when he plays for England, he seems to always be a different player for sure, and he seems to always do the job okay, right? Because he did alright in the World Cup in the last Euros as well. Maguire was actually okay for England,
Yeah.
and I still, sorry, I wouldn't trust Maguire
He's a
to.
system player, guys. Maguire's a system player.
I wouldn't. Yes, for sure. I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust Maguire to be in my wedding, or to be my best mate. He probably would have cheated on me on my wedding. But by the way, yes, speak up to everyone. And yeah, you look at their benches. It's crazy. I don't think Man United. We're not. And
Yeah,
I
he's
think
an
you
average
said
player.
this. Like, do you think Man United needs to sign a striker? Let's not
Yeah,
forget that Man United has.
because like I don't. I think they need, look go on the team. I think they need a cover left winger. I mean right winger because Rashford and Sancho hopefully gets better. I do think they need Felix. I think Felix is a good player to sign. I think Felix could be fitting in this team perfectly. I think I think they need a winger, but I think Felix can play as a winger. So I think Felix is a good signing for United. He looks like he's going Arsenal, which I wouldn't be surprised. But I think they need Felix.
Right. So yeah, clearly, Man United needs a striker, that's for sure. After Cristiano Ronaldo leaving the club, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo a little bit for the next 2 or 3 minutes of the stream because we will be leaving the stream very soon. Because I need to have probably an early night tonight. 'Cause I will be back tomorrow. I will definitely be back tomorrow. I want to do a Villarreal Real Madrid afternoon at 3 o'clock,
Oh
and then
yeah.
I definitely will be back for the Liverpool game tomorrow.
When we lose versus Wolves, I'm just saying. I'm not,
Nah,
yeah.
you will not lose because Gakpo will play tomorrow. So
I know. I'm
Gakpo will
excited
start.
for Gakpo. I want to see what he does, man. I'm actually excited for him.
Let's see what Millie says. Millie says he does the opposite of
He's not even no. He does the same thing as McTominay. So like they're both combined really rubbish. Let's put it like that.
and Millie says it's crap for Belgium, but great for
But
City.
he has rubbish
That's
players
very
around
true.
him. KDB has rubbish players around him. What do you expect him to do when they have
Yeah,
Lukaku
I
up front?
mean,
What do you
Belgium is a very, very, very too overrated team, and but I think Millie's making a good point, and I absolutely agree with her. You cannot agree more than what Millie says. Millie knows her football. I've mentioned this yesterday. I don't think Millie was on live when I mentioned this, and I said Millie and Guguma are two women. I love the fact women love football and knows a lot about football, and the support
Yeah,
I've got on my
because people
channel.
assume it's just a men's sport that men
No,
watch it, but it's females as well, guys. Females
no,
watch.
football is definitely for women and men, and
Yeah,
I always feel happy when I see like women like
yeah,
Millie,
same
I've
here.
seen Guguma, and I had a few as well in my life chat that knows a lot about football. That makes me happy.
Yeah,
It's like a dream woman for me. But yeah,
yeah.
she's absolutely right. I absolutely agree with her, and she says, "Come on, Felix." She means Juan
I think
Felix.
he'll go Arsenal. I think he'll go Arsenal. But if they, I think United will get him. But like, I think I think you prefer if you had a choice between Arsenal and United. It's gonna be a tough one to be fair because they both have good projects going in that future. So it depends what you go for. Like, I mean, if I had a choice, probably I'd edge Arsenal, but I wouldn't slip on United. But I think Mudryk, yeah, he's going to Arsenal. He's not going to go Chelsea. Look at Chelsea right now. Do you think he's going to go Chelsea? He's going to look at Chelsea and say they're 10th. Like, is he going to go Chelsea? No way.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think João Felix will be signing for Man United, but who knows? Definitely, Man United needs another striker. That's for sure. At the minute, they got Rashford who can play, but I don't think Rashford the best position is as a number 9. And Martial seems to get a lot injured, and yeah, they
He's
definitely need
not. He's not a good cover striker. He gets injured a lot. So
it
that's
gets too many injuries. Yeah,
yeah.
too many injuries. But big up to everyone who's watching these 12 people. Please keep smashing the like. Really appreciate it. I've got 5,000, nearly 600 views on this video. I only got 5 likes. Please, people, come on.
Everyone like the
It does
video,
not
guys.
cost you anything to subscribe to the channel or like the video. Come on, I put so much effort into it. As you can see in here, look at the background, all nice, try always bring not only a good football, knowledge, but also quality contents as well. And yes, let me add that back in here again. And yeah, I just think we've mentioned this a few times about Chelsea needing a striker, Man United needs a striker, Arsenal needs another striker. And yes, I think everyone just needs to sign players, right? They need to look at this winter transfer like it's like the summer transfer, right? They need to sign players. But otherwise, let me stop sharing the screen in a minute. And yeah, my man. Anything you want to say? Like I've mentioned, Man United, Man United is through to the next round. And what can you see from Man United? Just quickly, one. What can you see for Man United for the rest of the season?
I think they're winning a trophy. I think they're getting top 4. I think they're going to win the Carabao Cup. I think they're going to get knocked out in the semi-final of the Europa League. FA Cup, I think they get knocked out round of 16. So that's a good season. You get top 4, you win a Carabao Cup, you get far in the Europa League. Okay, FA Cup, it's going to be quarterfinals. They'll be fine. I think that's a very good season considering how everyone was chatting bad about United before the season. They could actually win a trophy now. I don't know how. I think United win a trophy this season. I think they get top 4. So that's not the main aim for United fans. I think are win a trophy and get top 4. That's the main aim.
And also, it will be interesting to see, obviously, like we've mentioned already, Man United is in all the 4 competitions still, and with the chance to win. It will be interesting to see if they will actually go and sign and make probably 2 or 3 signings now in January.
They missed out on Gakpo. If they got Gakpo in, damn, they would have been. And
also, it will be interesting to see how, Tehan will line up his team against, in Europa League playoff against Barca, and of course in the next few games, in the next round of the,
I think Lissandro will start versus Man City. I think he's going to go all out for the Man City game coming up.
He knows how massive is that, not only just for the the Champions League hopes, because I do believe Man United will most likely finish top 4 now. But and also, imagine the motivation that would give to Man United squads if they go and beat City in a Premier League, in a league,
and especially if they knock out Barca in the European. I know Barca are not great right now, but it's still Barcelona. You're still facing FC Barcelona. It's Barcelona, man.
Always going to be Barca. Will always be Barca. And same with Madrid. So, beating this kind of teams will always give you so much confidence. But yeah, it will be interesting to see Man United, how they're going to get on in the next few games. But look, they're winning games. They're playing well at some games as well. And they're turning all the winning games, scoring goals, all to confidence, right? And they are a confident team at the minute. And let's see how they're going to get on. And just before we go, my man, Everton, right? What do you expect from Everton? What can you see from Everton this season?
They're going to get relegated. They're going to get relegated if they keep Frank Lampard.
That's it. My man just said everything. I do believe. I don't know. Do you know what? Before the season starts, I predict Bournemouth, Southampton, and Everton to go down. I strongly believe more than ever that Southampton and Bournemouth.
I think Bournemouth are confirmed in terms of. I think Bournemouth are going to pretty much get relegated. I think Southampton have a good chance as well because I don't know what's happening to Southampton, man. Everton, I think the fight between. I think Fulham going to be fine because Fulham are in a decent position. They're in mid-table.
Very good position, yeah.
I think West Ham. There might be discussions, but I think West Ham have too much. They have too much quality to get relegated.
Very true.
I mean, who else is there? You got obviously Wolves, who I think
you got Nottingham Forest as well.
Yeah, I think Wolves are getting back in their stride a bit. I mean, they lost to United, but they almost got a point. I think Wolves are going to be fine. And they're performing well. It's just the finishing. They just need that striker which can finish, and they got Cunha, who let's see what he does. But I think Nottingham Forest, I think will get relegated. But I wouldn't be surprised if they survive, especially with the signings they make in January.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, I predict Bournemouth, Southampton, and Everton to go down. But I just have the feeling Everton will survive like they did last season. Somehow they will stay up, but they need to get rid of Lampard.
They have no
I don't care.
Richarlison though. This is the thing. Richarlison was key in the moment when they survived. They have no
Yeah,
Richarlison now. Who's going to be their Richarlison? Like Demario Gray, who has a moment in him. Except that moment, he's rubbish. Let's be honest.
yeah, very true.
I mean, you got who else? You got Mopay, who doesn't have the
Mapai,
pace.
Mo, Mo,
DCL is just a
always with
header match.
Mapai is that his work rate can be good, but he's not gonna guarantee you
He's not
goals.
finishing. He's had no pace, no finishing. That's a waste, right? Come on.
That's for sure, my man. And yes, look, yeah, I mean, what else can we say? Like I said, Man United 3, Everton 1. Man United
Yeah.
through into the next round. And yeah, look, it's been a pleasure, my man, as
I'll
always.
be joining the Liverpool's one, so hopefully you win that. Like I
Yes.
hope. Like every Liverpool game now, I can't be confident because we're that bad at the moment. A win here, I'd be happy, but I wouldn't be too happy because obviously, I'd rather Premier League is more important right now than FA Cup for us.
You need
So
to make sure you get into that top four, definitely.
yeah,
And yeah, but look, my man, as always, it's my pleasure to have you on my channel. Really appreciate you coming along, and also you giving the channel like very good football knowledge, and I'm sure everyone enjoys as usually. And Millie says, "Great stream,
big up,
guys."
Millie.
Big up, of course. Millie always. Millie never lets football Ferreira down, and I really appreciate that. She knows that I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart. And yes, and she said, "I'm sure you will be fine."
Yeah.
She says she thinks Liverpool will be fine tomorrow against Wolves at
I
home as well.
mean, you can never be confident with Liverpool now because we can't even beat Brentford. So I mean, I thank you for the confidence, but that does not help me because we are in a mess right now. I think Wolves will do us in terms of if we don't wake up and then we're terrible, Wolves can beat us quite badly. I mean, quite bad if we're bad.
Yeah,
Because they're
definitely. I
looking
mean,
good. I'm not gonna lie. Wolves are decent right now. They're not winning games, but they're not great finishers. That's what makes me a bit confident. They don't have great finishes. That's my
yeah,
only confidence.
yeah. It has been Wolves' biggest problem this season. They haven't got enough power up front. But yeah, look, people. It's time to say goodnight to every single one
Yeah,
of you. And yeah, really appreciate the support as always. On your way out, if you could, because we still got 7 people watching us. On your way out, if you could smash the like, and if you haven't subscribed, if you're new to the channel, remember it only takes 3 seconds. And I really appreciate
yeah,
the support. And I said this that if you want to support the channel, if you want to donate anything to the channel, there's a super chat, super sticker, or the thanks on
yeah.
the video. If you want to donate anything, you don't have to. I already appreciate you guys a lot that if you subscribe and like it, but every little helps, and it all goes back to invest in a channel to try and make the channel better and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, good night to every single one of you. Dalival, really appreciate you coming along, my man, and I will definitely see you tomorrow straight after the Liverpool Wolves. And I will also will be doing, not sure, yeah, I might will be doing a Villarreal against Real Madrid La Liga. That's a 3 o'clock UK time, in 3 o'clock UK time, 3:15, sorry, UK time. So I will be doing that. Should be an interesting
I
game
might
as a
watch
Barca
that. I
fan.
might watch the Villarreal game. I might.
Yes, as a Barca fan as well, that will be
Yeah, you're
interesting.
hoping to drop points,
And
aren't
I
you?
hope,
Because
a Villarreal win. But yeah, we're talking about FA Cup now. Man United 3, Everton 1. Good night to every single one of you. God bless you all. Remember, on your way out, smash the like, subscribe, and yeah, peace.
everyone puts.